fantasy insider, Jamey Eisenberg. Jamey, just from a Broncos perspective, already struggling to do anything offensively, what does this do to them?
Well, it doesn't help. Usually you want to see a quarterback that's struggling. I did think Russell Wilson did some nice things in the game against the Raiders. The run game's going to take some pressure off of that, and they really haven't gotten the run game going to the level that they wanted. We certainly saw Javonte Williams in that Week 1 game against Seattle be heavily involved in the passing game, but you mentioned it. The pressure now falls on Melvin Gordon, who's had very, very hard time holding on to the football. 4 fumbles so far this season. 2 of them he's lost. But let's keep an eye on Mike Boone. He's a guy that they brought in last year to be a part of this rotation. They were using him at the end of the game, and certainly somebody that can maybe provide a little bit of life if, in fact, they do decide to go away from Melvin Gordon. I don't think they can afford that now, though, with Javonte out for the season. So
if you're somebody that had Javonte, or maybe you're looking for another running back, who's going to be available on the waiver wire now?
Well, Mike Boone is the first guy you'll look for because he's rostered in 0% of leagues on CBSSports.com. And so he's going to get an opportunity in tandem with Melvin Gordon. And if Gordon continues to fumble, this could be the lead running back there. So these are the guys that we look at for our show on fantasy football today as the options. I think if you look at Mark Ingram and Latavius Murray in New Orleans, if Alvin Kamara's still out, some options that might not necessarily be starting options, but Tyler Algier and Rachaad White are getting opportunities in their respective backfields. Same with Isaiah Pacheco for the Chiefs. But Mike Boone is going to be the most added player because if he does get an opportunity to take over that role, and let's not forget, Melvin Gordon is not exactly a young kid. He's almost 30 years old. We could see Mike Boone as the lead running back for Denver, but don't be surprised also if they make a move to bring somebody in that's on somebody else's practice squad. They could have a reunion with Philip Lindsay, for example, if that's a route they decide to go. They're going to make a transaction to add another running back.
How about for Russell Wilson and the pass catchers after they put up some points in that game, but falling to 2-2?
The thing that I saw from this offense that I liked was Russell Wilson using his legs more. And we know that was a big part of his game in Seattle. He's got 46 rushing yards in the last 2 weeks. He has a rushing touchdown, so maybe that's something that they have a little more design runs. But look, you wanted to see Russ cook. Let's ride. It's all time on Russell Wilson right now to be the guy. So Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy, get ready for a lot of targets. This is going to be a very pass-heavy team. And what Mike Boone did when he came into the game, he was involved in the passing game. So maybe Albert O starts to step up at the tight end position. They involve Melvin Gordon in the passing game as well. But you're looking at Russell Wilson now. If there's any question about whose offense it is, it's his offense moving forward.
Colts coming up in Week 5, and then Chargers, Jets, Jags before the bye week. Jamey Eisenberg with us here as Javonte Williams goes out for the season with a torn ACL. You can hear from Jamey and all his comrades in the Fantasy Football Today department on the FFT podcast and also live here on HQ weekdays at noon Eastern Time.